Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I have sorely missed you this week. I want to tell you. I won't go into all of it today, but I promise you I missed you every day. And I got to give a big shout out to the glue, Andrea Rosser. Thank you so much for filling in. How many of you, kind of hands up, and it's just a testament of what this community is all about, right? It's just helping one another. And when I asked her, I told her, I said, I'm sneaking out and going on a fishing trip with Gary Racer. And if you don't know, I've been one of his fishing partners for a little while. So we had a great trip. We caught a lot of fish, and we were way out there in it. And we had a great time together. And you hear me talk about my mentor. He's my mentor. I got to spend a lot of time catching up, getting advice, listening a lot, hearing stories. And I encourage all of us to have somebody in our life, no matter our age, that we can lean on to get that, because it's so essential, so essential. But I missed you so much. And today, I could just go on and on. But today, so I'm in Utah right now. We got a big group coming in, over 100 people to Utah, and I'm excited about seeing everybody. But I want to tell you, today's word, thank you, Dwight Owens, because the word is reaction. And Dwight, I'm not even going to go into my trip, but this word was great for me because I had a situation. Have you ever had a situation in your life, like a situation, some people say, situation, to where reaction could have went one of two ways? Not so sure I took the right way. And so you come up with this word, and I started looking at it last night. And so I'm going to go with it today, okay? I'm not going to go into what happened, but I will tell you that I learned a lot from this word. So thank you so much, Dwight. I went with, an action. When we look at the definition, an action performed or a feeling experienced in response to a situation or an event. A response to a situation or an event. And I got to thinking about myself, okay? I like to dissect myself. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but think about this with yourself. Sometimes my external reaction is different than my internal reaction. How many of you can? Not all the time. Now, sometimes a situation arises, like we call it maybe fight or flight, One of our loved ones is in a harm way. Maybe their honor is being attacked. And sometimes my internal reaction and my external reaction is the same. I get hot, as Coach says. When Coach Myra's got you back, now she'll get hot now. And sometimes if you attack somebody I love and care about, man, my internal gets hot, my external gets hot too. I mean, it's quick. How many of you can relate to that? I'm sure we all can. But I want to give you something a little something different. I had a situation the other day, not on the trip, but the other day where I had a phone call about business. It was about business. And sometimes business, you got to get in the nitty gritty. Like, it's not all just roses out there. And my internal reaction was bubbling with some heat. But my external reaction was a lot nicer, right? Luckily, over the years, I found out that it helps Brent Palmer. If that bubbling and that heat starts to happen internally, I need to try to pause and try to be as nice as I can externally to give myself time to think. Okay? Does that make sense? So here's the lesson that I take away from being able to pause for a minute. I've had a lot of people work with me on this because I'm kind of quick a little bit sometimes. But over the years, I've been able to learn how to pause. It can control your reactions better for yourself when you pause. You can be proactive instead of reactive when you pause. Okay? Thank you, Dwight, for saying this word. So how can I create the pause in my life? Like when a situation occurs, however you, when that occurs, how do I create that pause? That mental pause. First of all, I got 3 things or 5 things real quick. Recognize the trigger. Notice when situations are building inside of you, starting to heat up. Recognize these triggers as signs to actively hit that pause button. You start to feel it. How many of you feel heating up inside when a situation arises? So recognize that and go, hey, I need to pause. And I press that, number 2, press the pause button. Mentally say pause, like to yourself, pause. As if you're reaching for a remote control. I put that down last night. I said, as if you're reaching for a remote control, just pause. Number 3, take a deep breath. Something happens when you take a deep breath. Getting a quick hit of oxygen to your brain helps compose your thoughts. Think about that. Number 4, observe. For interaction with people, just hold off and listen. You don't have to say something immediately. It's kind of like when you're speaking in front of a group. It's okay to pause. Sometimes it's not comfortable. But pausing allows you to collect your thoughts. And then the 5th thing, press play. Now you're ready to act mindfully, okay? Now you might be sitting here and going, well, that sounds real good, Brent. That's real easy. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was easy to do. I fell at it a lot. But I'll tell you this, when I take these 5 steps in my life, when a situation arises and I start to feel myself activate internally, when I can pause, it always turns out better. The reaction turns out better because I'm being proactive. So thanks so much, Dwight, for the word. I'm going to turn it to you, Coach.
Hello again. And I just put a message on the board to everybody. I look down and I see a private message from one of my former athletes at Brooks High School, one of the greatest runners in the history of our program. So Patrick, number 1, thanks for joining us, but wow, honey, it is great to see you. You look fantastic. So anyway, this was a blessing to me. My reaction right now is I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm happy to see him. So I'm going to talk about reaction this morning. Brent, again, it's good to have you back. Good to see you. And yes, the glue held us together, Miss Andrea. So, I just want to take a few minutes to discuss how we react to stress. Okay, because stress is a part of everybody's life every day. Most every negative reaction is partly stress related. And stress management skills, they just don't come naturally to us. They just don't. It's not something that comes naturally to us. So how do we as individuals, how do we react to stress? Some of us handle stressors in stride and the reactions are maybe not over the top, but sometimes we act very negatively. And that's where I think it ties in really good to Coach's message about that's when we got to learn to pause. We really do. What are some unhealthy reactions to stress? I'm guilty of this one right here. Pain. And when I say that, I'm talking about grinding my jaws, and getting frustrated, and I react to something and I grind my teeth, or I get tensed up and clench my fist, and I get all tense in my shoulders and my neck. And, those are just stress related reactions. You know, sometimes we'll overeat and sometimes there's an undereating when there's stress because of how we react to a situation. We get angry, we cry. I mean, that's just part of it. Another reaction is depression. You know, and listen, guys, that's real. Depression is real in this world with every single one of us. It has happened. And how we react to situations in that, you know, and then just negativity in the general. It's just, it's ridiculous how sometimes we react negatively to situations. So how can we positively start reacting to take a step toward managing that stress? Okay, here's some reactions we need. We need to scale back. I kind of made mention to this the other day on our call, but sometimes we all have, and I'm the world's worst, is sometimes we've got to learn that it's okay to cut back to our obligations. It's okay to say no. And that's very hard to do, but that will help us in how we react sometimes. You know, another way to do this is just be prepared. You know, we all know in our lives, whether it's in the business world, whether it's in network marketing, whether it's in coaching, whatever it is, you know, we have to be prepared because we do know stress is coming at some point. I see my friend Tracy Black on today, and he's killing it in the home selling business right now. But I can guarantee you, he'll tell you, he's hit some stress too before he hit this flurry of really good fortune. And it's hard how we deal with it. But, you know, be prepared for these things when the bump comes in the road. And, you know, we have to be able and be willing to reach out. It is so critical for us to surround ourselves with positive people because, you know, in a crisis, that's who we need to lean upon. And I think we know that more than anything. You know, and in correlation with what Brent said earlier, when he was using the word pause, you know, we have to think. Pause and think before we react. When we do that, we not only apply tact in our life, we all have that friend or family member that has no tact. If it hits that head, it comes out that mouth, and then we regret it. And that reaction is just negative. So we have to think, you know, so just keep this in mind. How we react to all situations, it really is what defines us. So good or bad, our reaction will define us. So I challenge you today to really think about this word. And again, thank you, Dwight, for sending this suggestion to us, because these are the kind of words that I think we take it, that we don't really think about until it's brought to our attention. But let's do a really, really good job on how we react today to every situation. And I want to thank you all. Y'all got to see a little emotion from me today from Patrick jumping on, and that was a true reaction. I haven't seen Patrick in forever. So Patrick, thank you for being on and joining us. And we'd love to have you join us any weekday from now on. Anyway, God bless everybody. Love you all. You people that are traveling today, I'm going to miss you in Utah. But it just was not, the timing was horrible for me. So I had to back out and get a different plane ticket. And so I'll be there next time. So love y'all. Have a great day.
Coach, thank you so much. Dwight, thank you again. Andrea, big shout out to you. Thanks for your help all this week. Guys, I love you so much. I'm telling you, when you're not around, I realize just how blessed I am to get to come to you every morning and see your faces. So have a great weekend. Let's all find somebody today and make them have a better day because we showed up in their life. Have a great one.
Every day. Have a great day.
Love you guys.